How many ways of tree traversing are there?
Three, sir.
In how many ways we can perform tree traversing is three ways. What are those three ways? What are those three ways? First one is, what is the
But
first one? I'm asking about for tree, not with respect to graph. First one is with respect to tree. First one is in order, and second one is pre-order, and third one is the post-order. Okay. So with respect to graph, we are having two different type of traversing are there. One is breadth first search, and second one is depth first search. So yesterday's class we have discussed how to perform breadth first search. So just we will see once again the algorithm and we'll take one example to explain the same thing. Okay, so here in breadth first tree traversing technique, we are traversing all the nodes level by level. All the nodes, all we will visit all the nodes level by level. That means we will first we will finish the nodes which are present in level 0, and then we'll go for the nodes which are present in level 1, and then we are going for next nodes we will visit level 2, and then level 3, and then go for level 4. Okay, in this way we will visit first level 0, and then level 1, and then level 2, and then level 3, and then followed by level 4. If any element, any nodes are there in level 5, then we'll continue with level 5. Okay, now, so now first we will discuss the algorithm. Already yesterday's class you have seen one example, and then వాడు నెట్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నాడు ఆన్లైనా ఏమో మరి. Okay, so just first see here the algorithm for BFS, that is breadth first search. First what we have to do is we have to choose any node randomly. So yesterday I also informed you we can choose any node randomly, whether whether we can take so in this example whether we can take A as the starting node, D as the starting node, H as the starting node. Any node you can choose as the starting node. Okay, so we can choose it randomly and we can start visit from level by level. Suppose if I'm choosing H, so automatically level H is present in level 0. So the next elements which are present is comes under level 1, level 2, and level 3. If you are choosing H as the starting node. Similarly, you can take D as the starting node, and it is present in, then we can consider it as a present in level 0, and then level 1, and then level 2, and then level 3, so on. Okay, so first what we have to do is we have to choose any one random element. But whereas in tree, is it possible for us to choose a random element for traversing? In tree, is it possible for us to choose a random element for traversing? No, it is not possible. Why? Because we have to start always from the root node only. Okay, but whereas in graph, the advantage here is we can choose any node as the starting node. So we can start visiting from A, we can start visiting from D, or we can start visiting from H, any node you can choose. Okay, so first I will choose any node. So example, in this case, I am choosing as the A as the starting node. Okay, then what we have to do is we have to visit adjacent nodes. We have to visit it adjacent nodes which are unvisited. So for this one, what we have to do is we have to take one array which is called as visit array. So which is used to represent Boolean values, that is 0 and 1. So 0 is representing unvisited and 1 is representing visited. Okay, so we are taking one array that is called visited array. Okay, in this one it is representing, we are using Boolean value, that is 0 or 1. Here 0 is representing unvisited vertices and 1 is representing visited vertices. Initially all the values are zeros only. All the values are zeros only. That means it is indicating that we have not yet visited any node in our graph. So after choosing a particular node, then what we have to do is we have to make that node as visited by replacing 0 with 1. By replacing 0 with 1. Okay. So then what we have to do is we have to visit the adjacent nodes of that node which are unvisited. So here suppose if we consider A, what are the adjacent nodes of A is we are having two adjacent nodes are there, one is B and C. So we are having two adjacent nodes are there, one is B and second one is C. After choosing them, we have to make them as visit in our visit matrix. Okay. So mark it as visited in the Boolean array and display it. Next, insert the visited node into the queue. Whatever the visited nodes here, B and C, we have to insert them into queue. Okay. Suppose if there is no adjacent node for that one, then what we have to do is we have to remove an element from the queue. So we know whenever we want to remove an element, we have to remove from the first. Whenever we want to insert an element, we have to add at the last. That is, we will call it as a rear end. So we have to perform removing from the front end and we have to add elements from the rear end. That's why it is called as first in, first out. Okay, so repeat these steps until queue is empty. Okay, we have to repeat these steps until queue is empty. So if you see this simple example, suppose consider A as the starting node. I'm taking A as the starting node. So this is the visitor array. So initially visited array consists of all zeros, which is indicating that we have not yet visited any node and the queue is empty. So now you can choose any node as the starting node. So in our example, I'm taking A as the starting node. So if I'm choosing A as the starting node, so then what we have to do is immediately I have to update my visited array by placing one here. By placing one here. So and maintaining the queue as A. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to visit adjacent nodes of A. What are the adjacent nodes of A? What are the adjacent nodes of A? B and C. So what we have to do is we have to BC. We have to visit the adjacent nodes of A, that is BC. So now what we have to do is we have to remove A from our queue and place in the output and place BC in our queue. Before placing BC in our queue, what we have to do is we have to maintain the Boolean value which is representing B is changed to 1 and the same thing Boolean value which is representing C change it to 1. So the updated diagram will be like this. This one. So here after placing B and C in queue, I have to modify B is visited. How to know whether B is visited or not by placing 0 as 1. Similarly, C is also visited. Okay. Now what we have to do is now we have to remove one node from our queue. What is the which node we have to remove from queue? So how many elements here in our queue is 2 elements are there. Which node we have to remove from queue now? Which node we have to remove from queue? Queue is the one which is following first in, first out. First in, first out means here B is added at the first and we have to remove the B. Why? Because we have to remove the front end. So at front end we are having B, so we have to remove B. After removing B, then what we have to do is what are the adjacent nodes for B? What are the adjacent nodes for B? What are the adjacent nodes for B? D and E. So what we have to do is we have to place D and E into the queue. Okay, so D and E into the queue and by removing B and adding to the output. So after adding D and E to the queue, then we have to maintain D value and E value as 1. So we will see in the next step. See here. Okay, so we have added D and E to the queue by maintaining D value is updated to 1 and E value is also updated to 1. Okay, now which element we have to remove from the queue here in this? Which element we have to remove from the queue?
C, sir.
Why we have to remove C?
Q follows first in and first out.
Q is first in, first out. That means removing operation from Q we have to perform at the front end. So what is the element which is present at the front end is C. So what we have to do is we have to remove C and we have to place the output. And before placing the output, what are the adjacent nodes of C? What are the adjacent nodes of C?
F and G.
F and G. So we have to add these F and G to our Q. After placing F and G to our Q, then we have to place F boolean value as 1 and G boolean value as 1. Okay, now tell me which node we have to remove. Which node we have to remove from Q?
D, sir.
D. Okay, why? Because we have to remove the first element. Okay, so D. So what are the adjacent nodes of D? What are the adjacent nodes of D?
H and H and B.
Actually, there are two adjacent nodes are there. One is B and H. Now tell me whether we have to add both B and H to our Q or only H to our Q.
Only H.
Only H, sir.
Only H. Why we have to add only? Why we are not adding B to our Q?
B already visited, sir.
Before adding to the queue, we have to verify whether the boolean value associated with B is 0 or 1. When we have to add is if it is 0, then we have to add. Otherwise, we cannot. If it is 1, we cannot add. So here the boolean value associated with B is 1. So that's why we are not adding B here. But the boolean value associated with H is 0 in our previous case. Okay. So here 0, so that's why we are adding H2 over Q. Okay, now, so now we have to remove D and then followed by E. So already all adjacent nodes of E are visited. So now we have to remove F. Already all adjacent nodes of F are visited. Then we have to remove G. All adjacent nodes of G are visited, and finally we have to remove H. So finally our tree will be like this. So this is our BFS, breadth first search. Okay, so the output comes under breadth first search, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, so this is about breadth first search. Yesterday's class we have taken one example. Okay, now can anyone tell me? So take here in our example, take F as the starting node. Take F as the starting node. Take F as the starting node. Now tell me. How to perform BFS. How to perform BFS? Take F as the starting node. So first we have to Cheppanama. So F as the starting node means here we have to replace F with 1, and we have to place F value in the queue. So finally our output is empty. Now tell me, what are the adjacent nodes of F? What are the adjacent nodes of F? Tell me, what are the adjacent nodes of F?
C, E, G, sir.
C
and G.
So one is C, second one is G, and third one is E. Now tell me, C is visited or not? C is visited,
No,
already visited or not? No. How we will know whether it is not visited? It is not visited.
Boolean value is 0.
0.
Boolean value for C is 0. So what we have to do is we have to place C here, and by removing and by changing the Boolean value as 1. Next, E is visited or not?
No, sir.
Whether we have to add E to the queue or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Whether we have to add E to the queue or not? Yes or no?
ఇది
Yes,
ఇంట్లో ఇంకా
why?
ఉంటుంది.
E boolean value is 0, so we have to add E by changing the E value as 1. Next, what is the next value? G.
G.
So is visited or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So we have to visit and we have to place it inside the queue. So after that one, we have to remove first F. Now tell me which node we have to remove from the queue. Which node we have to remove from the queue?
C.
Which one we have to remove from the
G,
queue now?
sir.
Which one?
C,
C,
sir.
sir.
Why we have to remove C?
C is the
First
first
in, first out.
element.
C, Q is following first in, first out. So C is the front element. So we have to remove C. Now, what are the elements, adjacent elements to C? What are the adjacent elements
A,
to A and
A,
F?
F.
Now tell me whether we have to, where we have to add A. Where we have to add A
After G.
after G. Now tell me whether we have to add F or not.
No, sir.
No, why we cannot add F?
F is already
Already
visited,
visited.
sir.
Already visited. Okay, that's why we are not adding F. Okay, now. Now tell me which element we have to remove from Q.
E, sir.
First element. What is the first element? E. Now, what are the adjacent nodes of E? What are the adjacent nodes of E?
B and G, sir.
నానా
B and
ఎల్లొచ్చా ఇడొచ్చేయి ఎల్లా వచ్చేయి
A. Please try to control. So what are the adjacent nodes of E are B and చెప్పండి what are the adjacent nodes of E? One is B and
B and
second
G.
one is F and third one is G. Now tell me whether we have to add B to our Q or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why? Because B is not visited. How we can know whether it is not visited or not visited? By using a Boolean value
Boolean
associated
value.
with B. So the Boolean value associated with B is 0. So which indicates that it is not yet visited. So we have to maintain it B and we have to add that one to our Q. Now, whether we have to add G or not.
No, sir.
No. Next, whether we have to add F or not.
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now we have to remove the first element from the Q. What is the first element from Q?
G, sir.
G. Now tell me what are the adjacent nodes of G?
D, E,
Uh,
F, sir.
D, E,
F.
F is adjacent node for. Okay, good. So D, E, F, three adjacent nodes are there. Now, whether we have to add D to our Q or not.
Sir.
Why?
D is not visited, sir.
Not visited. So that is indicating with 0. That's why it is not visited. So we'll maintain it 1. Now, whether E is added to our Q or not.
No.
No, sir.
No. F is added to our Q or not.
No, sir.
No. So now we will remove next element, that is A, and all the elements are visited. So just no need to verify. So now I will remove B and then finally I will remove D. So this is our, so that is F followed by C followed by E followed by G followed by A followed by B followed by D. Okay, so this is our DFS. Sorry, this is our BFS with respect to here we are
Graph.
taking With respect to graph, by taking which node as the starting node?
F, sir.
By taking F as the starting node. Similarly, you can take any node as the starting node and you can construct the BFS. Okay, so this is all about BFS. Now we'll go to our next one, that is depth first search. Depth first search. Okay, so here depth first search is very similar to BFS. The main difference between BFS and DFS is, in BFS we will visit all the adjacent nodes first and then followed by the next level. But here in DFS, that is depth first search. So what I will do is I will go for in depth. Suppose simple example, just I will give a simple example. Suppose here for A, how many adjacent nodes are there? How
Two,
many
sir.
adjacent nodes are there for A? 3 adjacent nodes are
Two,
there.
sir.
Three are there. One is B, D, and C. 3 adjacent nodes are there. Yes or no?
Sir.
One is B, second one is D, and third one is C. Okay. So here, whenever we are following BFS, so first what we have to do is, first we have to visit B, and then we have to visit D, and then we have to visit C. That is the thing what we are following. But whereas in depth first search, we will visit any one of them, not all of them. We will visit any one of them. Suppose if I'm visiting EB, then what we have to do is, then we have to verify what are the adjacent nodes of B. What are the adjacent nodes of B? What are the
A,
adjacent
D
nodes?
is
D, sir.
A is already visited now, so no need to consider A. Then we have to, what are the
D.
adjacent nodes of B is D and E. Now whether we can visit D or E. Whether we have
D.
to visit D or E. You can visit anyone. You can visit anyone. Suppose if I'm visiting E. Now, what are the adjacent nodes of E? What are the
C,
adjacent nodes of E?
F and
Adjacent
G,
nodes
sir.
of E is one is B already visited, another one is G and F. Okay, so now I will visit F. Okay, you can visit anyone. Okay, I am visiting F. Now, what are the adjacent nodes of F?
C, G, sir.
G. So now what I will do is I will visit C. Consider example. I will visit C. Now, okay, what are the adjacent nodes for C?
A and F.
A,
sir.
F, sir.
A and F. Both A and F are visited or not?
Yes, sir.
Visited. Yes, visited. So now what we have to do is we have to backtrack. We have to backtrack means we have to go for C to F, and now we have to check whether any adjacent node is visited for F or not. What are the adjacent nodes of F? What are
G,
the
G.
adjacent nodes? G, E, C. Now tell me whether C is visited or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, E is visited or not.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so G is visited or not? Visited or not?
No, sir.
No. So that's why we have to visit G now. Now tell me what are the adjacent nodes of G?
D, E, F, sir.
D, E, F. Now E is visited or not?
Yes, sir.
F is visited or not?
Yes, sir.
Now D is visited or not?
No, sir.
No. So now we have to visit D. Now, what are the adjacent nodes of D?
A, B, G, sir.
A, B,
G, sir.
G. Whether A is visited,
Yes, sir.
B is visited,
Yes, sir.
G is visited.
Yes, sir.
So all the nodes are visited. So our traversing is completed. Now can anyone tell me what is the order we have followed? First one from A to B, and then A to E, and then E to F, and then F to C, and then we have visited G, and then finally we have visited D. So this is our depth first search. So one thing you have to remember is this is the only the solution. So we may have multiple number of solutions for DFS. DFS, we may have multiple number of solutions, not only a single solution. We may have a multiple number of solutions for DFS. But whereas in BFS, only we are having only one solution, maximum one solution. That is, we are traversing level by level. In the BFS also, we may have multiple solutions. Okay, suppose simple example. Consider BFS. What is the first node we have to visit? A. Now what is the second node we are visiting? What is the second node we are visiting? In BFS, I'm talking about BFS. B.
B, sir.
Is it mandatory to visit B or we can visit C?
We can visit C, sir.
We can visit C. Why? Because all of them are present in a same level. So we can visit C also. If C we have visited, then the thing will be changed. Okay. Path will be changed. Okay. Next, similar to this one. In our DFS also we may have multiple number of traversing. We may have multiple number of traversing. So this is one example. So you can take any other example. Suppose consider we will write another one. We will write another one. Another traversing. Can anyone tell me other way of traversing starting from A? First I'm traversing A and then followed by B. What are the adjacent nodes for B? Or otherwise I will traverse to D. What are the adjacent nodes for D?
B, G, sir.
BG. So I will traverse B now. Now what are the adjacent nodes for B? Adjacent nodes for B. What are the adjacent nodes for B?
A,
What are
D,
the A, D, E? Already A is visited, D is visited. So we have to visit E. Okay. Now, what are the adjacent nodes for E?
G, F, sir.
Now I will visit G. We can visit any node. I am visiting G. Now, what are the adjacent nodes for G?
F, sir.
F. What are the adjacent node for F?
C, sir.
This is another path for DFS. Okay, we may have multiple paths in our DFS. Only a single path or single traversing. We may have multiple ways of traversing, either in DFS or BFS. Okay, and the most important thing you have to remember is whether you are going for DFS or whether you are going for DFS. The most important thing you have to remember is all the vertices must be visited. That is the first thing. All the vertices must be visited in a graph. Suppose if you are having 7 vertices are there, all the 7 vertices must be visited at least once. Okay, so another important thing here is if you are already visited, then there is no need for visit again. If I'm already visiting a node, then no need to visit again. Okay, these are the two conditions we have to check. Okay, now we will see depth first search. First we'll take an example and I will try to make you understand with the help of an example, and then we'll go for algorithm. Okay, so this is it a graph or not? Is it a graph or not? Is this a
Sir.
graph or not? How we can say it is a graph? Can I call it as a tree? Can I call it as a
No,
tree?
sir.
Why?
Yes,
Why
sir.
it is not? Why it is not a tree? Why it is not a tree? Why? Because in tree we did not have any loops. Okay, suppose if you see here, I am able to traverse from A to A. That is, I can move from A to B and then move to E and then move to D and again I can reach A. This type of traversing is not possible in tree. Okay, so already I informed you each and every graph, each and every tree is a graph, but each and every graph is not a tree. Each and every graph cannot be considered as a tree, but each and every tree can be considered as a graph. Okay. So now we are discussing about the depth first search. So first I will take A as the starting node. A as the starting node. Now tell me what are the adjacent nodes? What are the adjacent nodes for A?
B, D, E, sir.
B, D, E are the adjacent nodes. So here we have to use a stack data structure. Here we have to use a stack data structure. Okay. So out of B, D, E, I will choose any one of them. I will choose any one of them. Suppose if I'm choosing B, then what I have to do is I have to place that B inside this stack. Okay. Now, what is the topmost element here?
B, sir.
What is B? Now we have to find the adjacent nodes for B. What are the adjacent nodes for B?
C, E, sir.
C, E, A also. But A is already visited now, so there is no need to visit again. So we are having two edges, two vertices which are not visited. One is C and second one is G. So suppose if I am visiting C, then what I have to do is I am visiting C. Then what I have to do is I have to place C inside the stack. Now what is the topmost element here?
C, sir.
C. Now we have to visit any one of the adjacent nodes for C. So what are the adjacent nodes for C?
E, F, G, sir.
E, F, G. So we can visit any one of them. So suppose here in my example I'm visiting E. So whenever I'm visiting E, then what I have to do is I have to place E inside the stack. Okay. Now, what is the topmost element here?
E, sir.
E. What are the adjacent nodes of E?
D, F, sir.
D,
A, sir.
F. A is already visited, so there is no need to visit it again. So, but it is an adjacent node. Good. So, what are the adjacent nodes of E is D and F, but I'm visiting D here. So that's why I'm adding D. Now, what are the adjacent nodes of D?
A, E, sir.
A and E.
A and
E,
A
sir.
and E. Okay.
E, sir.
A and E are already visited or not visited?
Already visited, sir.
Already visited. So now is there any chance of moving to any other node from D?
No, sir.
No. Then what we have to do is we have to remove that D from the stack. We have to remove D from the stack. Okay. So now after removing D from stack, what is the topmost element?
E, sir.
E. Now what we have to do is what are the adjacent nodes of F? E. Sorry. What are the adjacent nodes of E?
F, sir.
F. F only F. Are we having some other nodes or adjacent nodes?
B, C, F. B,
A,
C,
Uh,
B, C, F.
A, B, C, D, F. So 5 adjacent nodes are there. But already A is visited, B is visited, C is visited, D is also visited. So we'll go for F. So what I'm doing here now is I'm adding F to our stack. Okay. Now what is the topmost element in our stack?
F, sir.
F. So now what are the adjacent nodes of F? What
E,
are the
C,
adjacent nodes of
E, C, G, sir.
E, C, G? Are we having any unvisited node?
G,
G,
sir.
sir.
G. So what we have to do is we have to place G inside our stack. Now, what is the topmost element?
G, sir.
G. Are we having any adjacent nodes which are not visited with respect to G?
No, sir.
So we will remove G from the stack. Now, what is the topmost element after removing G from stack?
F.
F. Okay, is there any unvisited nodes with respect to F? Adjacent nodes with respect to F?
No,
We'll
No,
remove
sir.
F. But what is the topmost element now after removing F?
E, sir.
E. So with respect to E, all adjacent nodes are visited. So we'll also remove E. Now topmost element is C. Already all the adjacent nodes of C are visited. Now we'll remove C. Next we'll go for B. All the adjacent nodes with respect to B are also visited. Now we have to go for A. Already all the adjacent nodes of A are visited. We will remove A. Okay, in this way we will perform the traversing in our depth first search. Okay, finally, what is our final graph is, first we have started from A to B and A to C, sorry, B to C and B to E and E to D and from D to E. So that is D to E is called as a backtracking. Why we are going for again E, already visited node? Why we are going for already visited node? Why? Because there is no unvisited nodes with respect to D. So that's why we are moving to E, that is called as a backtracking. And then we are going for F and then we are going for G. So this is our finally this is our DFS. Okay. So these algorithms are very simple to understand. Okay, and very easy to write also. So please try to concentrate on these algorithms. So in our graphs, another 4 to 5 algorithms are there. Along with BFS and DFS, we are having Prim's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm, and we are having Warshall's algorithm. All algorithms are very, very simple. Dijkstra's algorithm is there. All are very, very simple. If you understand that algorithm, it is very easy for us to write the question. Okay. Try to understand the algorithm and it is very easy for us to represent. So as I informed you earlier, this is the very, very easiest topic in our data structure when compared with remaining all the remaining units. So please try to concentrate on this graph data structure. Okay, I will explain you the algorithm in next class. Along with we'll discuss some other algorithms for finding the minimum spanning tree from a graph. So next class what we'll discuss is how to construct a tree from a graph. How to construct a tree from a graph. So we'll take one graph and from that graph how to construct a tree. How to
Okay,
construct
sir.
a tree. Okay. So now can anyone tell me what is the main difference between tree and a graph? What is the main difference between tree and a graph?
Tree is directional.
Sir, every tree can be a graph, sir, but every graph cannot be a tree.
Okay, that is okay. Now tell me how to make one graph as a tree.
By
If they
going
have
only
given,
in simple.
Directional.
so what is the main problem with the graph?
Di-
What is the main problem
directional
with graph
direction.
is graph consists of loops. Suppose if I remove loops, then it will become say
Tree, sir.
tree. So what we have to do is we have to remove loops in our graph to make it as a tree. Okay. So whenever we are having a graph, the first thing what we have to do is we have to remove the loops. Okay. So if I am removing the loops in a tree in a graph, it will automatically it will consider as a tree. So now after that one, what we'll discuss is how to construct a minimum spanning tree. Minimum spanning tree is nothing but which we have to find for uh, weighted graph. So we'll take one weighted graph and we'll find the minimum spanning tree for that one. So that one we will discuss tomorrow's class, which are very, very simple algorithms and easy to understand. So we'll
Okay, sir.
request
Thank
all
you,
of
sir.
you
Bye,
to
sir.
request all of you to attend regularly. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.